All right, good evening. Welcome to the July 2nd Riverhead Central School District Board of Education meeting. I start with.
I would just say that we're going to, we are swearing.
Yeah, open the meeting, and we have the, I think first up on the agenda is the swearing in of the elected officials.
Yes, elected officials, superintendent and district clerk.
Oh, there we go. Maybe I should read something sometimes. Okay, we're going to move on to roll call. Mr. Wallace?
Present.
All right, Ms. Healy? Mr. Scudder?
Present.
Ms. Murphy? Ms. Reborn? And Ms. Redmond? Ms. Allen, present. Now we're going to move on to the election of temporary chairperson. Can I motion to elect district clerk as our motion? Thank you, Mr. Wallace. A second. Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing as none, all in favor? So carries. And then turn it over to you.
We will begin with the oaths of office taken by our re-elected and newly elected board members. So Brian Connolly and Kelly Freeborn. Where should we stand? Do they need to be next to me? Okay, we're going to start with Brian. Okay. Or just have your name first. I, Brian Connolly,
I, Brian Connolly,
will support the Constitution of the United States.
will support.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of New York.
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee
of the Riverhead Central School District's Board of Education.
of the Riverhead Central School District Board.
I, Kelly Freeborn,
I, Kelly Freeborn,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of trustee of the Riverhead Central School District's Board of Education.
of trustee of the Riverhead Central School District's Board of Education.
If you could sign here.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Where do you want? Okay. Thank you.
The next oath of office will be taken by the interim superintendent of schools. Raise your right hand. I, Cheryl Pedisich,
I, Cheryl Pedisich,
do solemnly swear that
do solemnly swear that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of superintendent of schools
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Superintendent of Schools
of the Riverhead Central School District.
of the Riverhead Central School District.
You can sign on that line. And I believe that next is me. We have to appoint you. We need to appoint our district attorney. Oh. Okay. So, thank you. That's close enough.
We're now going to move on to appointment of Dawn Buzahowski for district clerk.
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Wall. Second. Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Questions, comments, concerns? All in favor? So carries. The oath will now be administered by our attorney.
Buzahowski. Yep.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Dawn Buzahowski,
I, Dawn Buzahowski,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of
that I will support the Constitution of
the United States of America
the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
the office of District Clerk
the office of District Clerk
of the Board of Education of the Riverhead Central School District
of the Board of Education of the Riverhead Central School District
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to go into executive session? Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Can I get a second? Thank you, Ms. Healy. All in favor? So carries. Okay, we'll be back out at 7 o'clock. Thank you. Okay, welcome everybody. Can I get a motion to go back into open session?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Can I get a second? Thank you, Mr. Scudder. All in favor? So carried. Could you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Sorry, my bad. Get moved. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, now moving on to nomination and election of board members and administration. Sorry.
We have translation services available at the back. You can see Ms. Kess.
Muy buenas noches a todos. Queremos darles la bienvenida a la reunión de la Junta de Educación de la Escuela de aquí de Riverhead. Si necesitan traducción simultánea, por favor, no duden en pedirme ayuda, les proveeré de los equipos necesarios. Nuevamente, bienvenido.
Thank you. Now moving on to nomination and election of board officers and administration of oath. We did that already, but board officers, administration of oath. Hand it over to Dawn, right?
I call for nominations of the board president.
I would like to nominate James Scudder.
Second.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Okay, hearing none, I would like to move, I'm sorry. I declare the nominations closed, and we will now vote for board president. All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Now we will nominate for board vice president. Do we have any nominations?
I nominate Virginia Healy.
Second.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I declare the nominations closed, and we will take a vote. All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Congratulations. We now have our vice president and president of Board of Education, which we will give the oath.
Jeez. See this? All house.
Raise your right hand. I, James Scudder, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I, James Scudder, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
President of the Board of Education of Riverhead Central School District.
President of the Board of Education of Riverhead Central School District.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Raise your right hand. I, Virginia Healy, do solemnly swear
I, Virginia Healy, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
Vice President of the Board of Education of the Riverhead Central School District.
Vice President of the Board of Education of the Riverhead Central School District.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you can sign. Congratulations.
There you go.
Turn the mic off.
Congratulations. We moved all your stuff. We moved this.
Yeah, I'm jumped. I wait a second. No, literally, yeah. Ink wasn't even dry.
Photoshop in some hair. I wasn't kidding. We just go right into what's next. Okay, so we're going to move on to letter C. B was approved. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry, first letter B, approval of appointments. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Brian. Mr. Connolly. Can I have a second? Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Yes, unanimous. Now on. Letter C, approval of CSE and CPSE members. Can I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Second? Second. Ms. Murphy, questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Yes? And letter D, financial, to list banks as depositors of school funds. Can I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion passes. Letter E, to accept the official 24-25 monthly school board meeting schedule. Can I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Second? Ms. Redmond, question, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion passes. And letter F, the official newspapers and media for the school district. Can I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion passes. Letter G, approval of authorizations. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. A second?
Second.
Mr. Connolly, thank you. Questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? And motion passes. Letter H, other approvals. There's a bunch of them listed. We don't have to read them all.
No.
Can I have a motion to accept? Mr. Wallace, thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Any questions, comments, or concerns? See none, all in favor? And motion passes.
We'd just like to thank the board for reappointing us. It's a privilege and honor to serve you all in this community.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And letter I, approval of the 24-25 salary schedule for non-contracted employees. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? And motion passes. And we don't have the student representative, so we'll move on to the superintendent report from Ms. Pedicic.
Yes, this will be very brief. I just want to congratulate all of our graduates. The ceremony was really beautiful, and it was a wonderful culmination of their achievement. So we were so proud of them, and it was a beautiful day. And the heartfelt speeches of those who spoke what really brought, I think, tears to many of our audience and also those on the dais. So we want to congratulate our students and wish them well. I also want to acknowledge again our lacrosse team. They are the Division I champs. And a special shout out to Danny Healy and Griffin Sumwalt, who made academic All-Americans, which is a first in Riverhead. So congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Pedicic. We'll move on to public comments on agenda items only. And seeing since nobody's here, are there any online comments? No online comments. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
Motion.
Mr. Wallace, thank you. A second?
Second.
Ms. Murphy, thank you. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
If you can just step us through, I know that we have some hires under professional. I know we recalled, to just kind of explain what's going on with the recall, how we're affording that, the funding. Can you hear me?
Low.
You're very low.
Could you hear that?
No, now you can hear.
Now you can hear me. No, I was just questioning, I know on the, especially the professional, we had some recall of positions and some new hires, and just have, the funding and, and maybe the structure, what you're looking to do for the
Are we
district.
talking about the administrative structure as well?
Yes, yeah. Well, I do see we brought back a high school AP.
Yes.
To recall.
Okay.
And
So, as all of you probably know, with North Star, there was a facilitator in place, and we were making some organizational structural changes to incorporate North Star with the Evening Academy to make it more effective and efficient. And so one of our assistant principals will be assuming that role come September. That will also allow the high school team to be kept in place, and for Principal O'Hara to be able to give some additional responsibilities to the North Star assistant principal. With regard to the Dr. Kerner, who retired on June 30th, her position, which was the Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Education and Educational Services, we've divided that position. That position, for lack of a better word, has been, I don't like to use the word downgraded, but it is not an assistant superintendency anymore. It will be an executive director of elementary education that will allow for a focus primarily on our elementary and UPK programs. She will, he will no longer be responsible for registration and other services that fell under Dr. Kerner. So that position will be a cabinet level position, but at an executive director, in an executive director role. We had a facilitator working in registration, also with McKinney-Vento, and serving as the McKinney-Vento liaison, and working with residency. That position has been restructured to allow greater focus on McKinney-Vento residency, working with our special education aides, and also with our social workers who have direct involvement with McKinney-Vento. That position is now a director of registration and student services. So we're in the process of reorganizing that. Also sitting at the dais is Dr. Alan Baum. He is an interim for curriculum and instruction. That was a position held by Dr. Galati. We have made it K-12, so Dr. Baum would be responsible for overseeing the executive director of elementary education. And we believe that this structure will better serve the school district as we move forward. With regard to calling staff back, it has to do with some of the grants that we have in place. We were able to incorporate some of the staff into the UPK grant, which was an expansion grant. I'm sure some of you may have heard about it in the newspaper or read it in the newspaper. As a result of that, we were able to bring back additional teaching staff to work with our students in the programs. So those are some of the things that are happening. I'm really happy to announce that all of the elementary teachers who were accessed at this point have either been brought back or offered a position. Some have declined at this point. They will remain on the excess list or the preferred eligibility list, but have taken jobs in other school districts at this time.
So the North Star, we had an administrator, but it was.
It was a facilitator.
Okay.
Right.
So no longer, now it's going to be.
It is an assistant principal, so it definitely elevates the level of responsibility for that program and connects it directly to the evening program as well.
And that person.
There is an additional stipend attached to that, but they do have responsibility beyond that.
And the funding of the assistant for E&L and that funding
Okay,
was
so,
created? How-
yeah, so we also have the Assistant Director for E&L Services, Community Outreach, and DEI. As a result of moving one of our teachers on special assignment into the Title III grant, which is another, it's part of the Consolidated Grant Program. These are entitlement grants. We were able to hire an Assistant Director to support Dr. Sands in her role, which is rather comprehensive and deep in scope. So that when we consider that 37% of our student population receive E&L services, it makes sense to be able to do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Moving on to new business, letter A. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. Can I get a motion?
No, we got a motion in a second, and that's the question.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, all in favor? And motion passes. Now on to new business, letter A, designation of school board members and district administrator on committees. Can I have a motion? Thank you, Ms. Murphy. A second?
Second.
Mr. Connolly, thank you. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Do we have to say who they are in person?
Oh, we do have to say who they
Yeah.
are? Okay.
Here we go.
So,
I wrote it down for you.
Oh, I do, I have them too. Okay. So on our audit committee, we have Ms. Healy and Ms. Murphy and Ms. Freeborn. On our health and safety committee, we have Ms. Redmond, Ms. Murphy, and myself. On the government and policy committee, Mr. Connolly, Ms. Murphy, and Ms. Freeborn. On the wellness committee, Ms. Healy, Mr. Wallace, and Ms. Redmond. And on the facilities committee, Mr. Wallace, Mr. Connolly, and Ms. Redmond. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you. Mr. Wallace, a second? Second. Ms. Murphy, thank you. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? And motion passes. And letter B, approval of annual employment contracts for the 24-25 school year. Can I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. A second? Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Question, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? And motion passes. Letter C, approval of part-time senior administrative assistant. Can I have a motion? Ms. Murphy, thank you. Second? Ms. Freeborn, thank you. Questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? And motion passes. Letter D.
Can we redo that vote on the last meeting?
He's got to abstain. He has to abstain.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
zoning out.
We'll go back to letter C, approval of part-time senior administrative assistant. Rescind.
So first
Yeah.
you're going to make a motion to rescind.
Motion to
Rescind.
Okay.
and then a revote.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to rescind letter C, the approval of part-time senior administrative assistant? Thank you, Ms. Healy.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Questions, comments, concerns? All in favor? And motion passes. So now make another motion to, okay. Okay, so now can I make a motion to readopt letter C, approval of part-time senior administrative assistant? Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Questions, comments, or concerns? All in favor? And
one.
Abstain.
one abstain. Thank you. So 6 in favor, 1 abstain. Thank you. Motion passes. Okay, and moving on. Letter D, acceptance of library vote and approval of library service contracts for the 24-25 school year. Can I have a motion? Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Second. Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Questions, comments, or concerns? All in favor? And motion passes. Letter E, approval of membership dues. Can I have a motion? Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Second. Thank you, Ms. Freeborn. Questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? And motion passes. Approval of positions. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Questions, comments, concerns? All in favor? And motion passes. Letter G, approval of new contract awards. Can I have a motion to accept? Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Second? Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Questions, comments, or concerns? All in favor? And motion passes. Letter H, approval of contracts. Can I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Questions, comments, concerns? All in favor? And motion passes. Letter I, acceptance of donations. Looks like various musical instruments. Okay. One flute in excellent condition, another flute in good condition, a trumpet, alto saxophone, and 2 clarinets in good condition. Can I have a motion to accept? What?
Just make sure you know who they're from.
Oh, okay. So the donations come from
The first one's a conference.
a conference room table. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
From Jack Kozinski and the East End Financial Group to the Aquabog Elementary School, and then the rest of the from the instruments, from the instrument drive and the faculty concert.
Right.
Can I have a motion to accept? Motion. Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Can I have a second? Thank you, Ms. Redmond. Questions, comments, or concerns?
Thank you.
Thank you for the donations, yes. All in favor? And motion passes.
I do want to make a comment. I heard that, I didn't get to make it, but I heard that faculty concert was fantastic. You went to.
I didn't get
you
to go, no.
Anyway, I heard from other people. And then with that, they had this drive, so thank you.
And they do it every year, right? Don't
Yes,
they do it every
yes,
year?
I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
awesome. Letter J, approval of the field trip. This is for the NJROTC students to visit Earl Weapons Station in Leonardo, New Jersey for the commissioning ceremony of the USS New Jersey on Saturday, September 14th, and a total cost of the district of $480. Can I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Questions, comments, concerns?
Enjoy it.
Yes.
Yes, awesome.
Very special.
Yeah, ROTC.
All in favor? And motion passes. Opportunity for board members. I don't think we had any. Do we have any committees?
No.
Any other comments from board members?
I just want to thank the teachers, the staff, the administrators, everyone in the district that made it such a successful year. I think we had so many accomplishments, amazing events. I mean, the students seem to just grow and flourish this year. And I want to wish all the students a wonderful, happy, and safe summer.
I'd like to echo Ms. Pedicich's comments about graduation. And although I did so privately, I'd like to acknowledge Robert Hines and his team for doing such a beautiful job of having the graduation ceremony live streamed. For those of us who have parents who are unable to attend for various reasons, or other relatives, being able to go on an iPad with some assistance and be able to see their grandchildren or nieces or nephews graduate from high school was such a wonderful opportunity, and we're ever so grateful. I speak on behalf of so many parents who had graduates that day. So thank you, Robert, and thank you to your team.
I just want, am I on?
Yeah.
I am. Okay, I will talk louder. I am looking forward to our student representative. I think I've been waiting a long time for this, to have a student up joining with us, and now it's going to be a law. So something that we got the voters behind. Now that's what they would like to see, a student rep on every school board. So I'm looking forward to that. And also, like I said, graduation was fantastic. But, you know, our students, their accolades, just those that, achieve things academically, athletically, or those, as, even in my own family, just getting that diploma took hard work with the supports, of their educators. So I congratulate them. And I hope, especially we're giving another donation to ROTC, but there's an extraordinary young woman, Morgan Stromsky, won a 4-year ride to New Haven on a ROTC scholarship. And there's others that had also gotten some nice scholarships. But I mean, I think that's impressive. And I've seen in other communities, they've written up on that student, and I don't see that. So I would love that she would be acknowledged in some way, because that's very prestigious.
Thank you. Any comments from RCFA? They said nothing? No? Comments for Ra?
I received an email from co-presidents Jason Rockcamp and Charles Gassar, which states, the Riverhead Administrators Association would like to congratulate Ms. Kelly Freeborn in her new position serving on the Riverhead Central School District's Board of Education, and Dr. Alan Baum as he assumes the role of Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. We look forward to working with you and wish both of you great success in your new positions. Cordially, Charles Gassar and Jason Rockcamp, co-presidents, Riverhead Administrators Association.
Thank you. Congratulations, Ms. Freeborn and Mr. Connolly on winning re-election. Any public comments? Do we have any online? We don't have any online? Okay. Then can I make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Mr. Wallace, thank you. Second. Ms. Murphy, thank you. Questions, comments, concerns? All in favor? Thank you. And the meeting is, I get the gavel? Adjourned.
Please help support the Riverhead Central School District YouTube channel by subscribing. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, please be sure to push that subscribe button and click the bell to receive notifications. Thank you.